Welcome to another episode of Evernote, Learning the Basics. In this episode, we are going to be talking about creating notes and the different things you can do with creating notes. Coming up next. So here we are inside Evernote for Mac. And we're going to be talking about in this episode about how you can create notes, the different things you can do with notes, and just kind of give you a general overview of pretty much everything you can do with notes. There might be some things I leave out and I'll probably tackle in other episodes. But for the most part, that's what we're going to be focusing on in this episode is notes. Now, Evernote is great at one thing, note-taking. So if you have ever wanted to find a platform to take notes and to be able to access it in different areas, whether that be on your Mac, PC, your iPhone, iOS device, or what have you, Evernote is a great application to be able to capture notes in all kinds of forms. Now, you can capture notes via text, just writing in a note. You can capture a note via a app on your phone where you can just scan the note and input it into Evernote. You can also have notes that have audio files and links in them and tables in them, all kinds of different things you can do with notes. Now, here in Evernote for Mac, as you see here, I have a screen opened up and basically there's nothing in here. You see all the stuff I have on the left side here, which is we've gone over in other episodes, shortcuts, and we also have recent notes, and then I have my notes, all of my notes, notebooks, and then of course my tagging system. So if you want to create a note, the best thing to do is to make sure that when you create your note that you put it in your inbox. Now, when you set up Evernote for the first time, it'll ask you to set up a default notebook, and my default notebook is the inbox. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a note within the inbox. So therefore, let's say I want to create notes all throughout the day of things that I'm dumping out of my brain, because it's a very good idea to dump everything out of your brain into one area and get just everything out of there, get it clear, you get less stress. It's just a very good thing, which we'll go over in another episode about how you can live a more stress-free life by dumping everything out of your head. But let's say we were taking notes all throughout the day and everything, and then we want to process them at night. We always want to do this in the inbox, okay? So now here I am in the inbox and I want to create a note. So what do? Well, I'm here in the inbox and I can just click on the new note here and it says it's going to put it in the inbox. Now if you click on this little thing here, you can also select new note in filing cabinet or training notes or gas bill. And if you were with any of my other episodes, you know I put a couple extra folders in here in order to show you how to utilize notebooks. But in actuality, I don't use training notes or utility bills. Now, so what I do here is I just go ahead and click on this, and this opens up a note. And the note where you can write into is right over here, and you can also have this highlighted here, which shows this is the current note I am working on. Also here, if you want, you can change it out of card view to expanded view, and this is what this does. Absolutely nothing but expands the view of where you're at right here. You can also do a snippet view if you like that kind of view, and of course a side list view and a top list view. Okay? Maybe you like writing down here and having everything up here. I prefer the card view. That's just me. Also, you have these sorting details as well. But I'm going to go back to card view, and here I am. So what I'm going to do is I always want to name a note with whatever the subject of the note may be. So maybe the subject of the note is learning new ways to utilize Evernote. And so when I enter, it takes me down here, and as you see here, it says drag files here or just start typing, which is basically true. You can just go ahead and start typing right here. So let's say I say, maybe I want to create a numbered thing, so when I hit one and point and hit the space bar, as you see, it jumped over and indented that because it knows I want to do a numbering of the note that I'm taking. So watch YouTube. YouTube? How can I spell it? I don't know. What am I doing? Here we go. Watch YouTube. Learn from library. Watch ponies. Whatever it is that you want to write here, you can just keep on doing it, see? And it's very simple. You just, in a nice little list right here. Now also, you can create bullet points if you want, and just click on the bullet point and say, abracadabra. How do you spell abracadabra? That's probably not right, huh? Probably should spell something else. Someday, here, now, adios. So say you can create bullet points. You can also here create like checklists. Let's say you wanted to create a note in here that keeps you up to date with your checklist of items that you want to purchase from the grocery store. Okay, so you put in here milk, water, donuts, dog, whatever it is that you want to put in here. Okay, so as you can see, there's several different ways you can put notes into Evernote here. Now, you also have this little line here, so let's show you that. Basically, you can click that and it separates what you just did, so then you can go ahead and start adding other stuff that you want to do. See? Pretty simple. Here you have ways you can center it. So let's say, for instance, I want to highlight this here and I want to center it. So you just go here, and now for some reason you wanted to center it that way, and now you've done it. Here you also have tables. So let's say down here I wanted to create a table of something or another. Maybe I want to create a table that was 3 by 3. So here we are. And maybe I want to say utilities, formulas, rabbits. Say you can type whatever it is that you want to in these fields. You can also in these fields expand them to whatever you want. You can highlight the fields, go back up here, hit center, and you can center the fields as well. You can also click on the down button. You can go ahead and shade in these cells if that's what you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do to create yourself a nice organizational way of keeping track of your notes, okay? Then you have cell alignment also in here, so you can center the cells that way. You can also delete columns, delete selected rows, and delete the table altogether like that. Next here you have record audio. So if I click on this button right here, now I can go ahead and if I click here, start recording some audio into this note right here. And then I go ahead and hit that, and therefore, as you see, it put the note in there of this WAV file of what I was saying. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can always play the audio right there. And so that's basically how you do that. Then, of course, if you want to delete that, you can just hit the delete button or the back button, and it says, yes, do you want to delete this in case you made a mistake? You know, it is an audio file. You don't want to lose it maybe. You can go ahead and hit that, and voila, it's gone. Here on this little button, you can take a snapshot. So maybe you want to take a snapshot of me talking. It'll give you a little countdown. And then you go hit done, and there I am, looking a little crazy. But there I am nonetheless. Let's just get rid of that picture now. And so that's how you do that. Take a picture if for whatever reason that you needed to do that. You also can select defaults and maybe you want to put a picture in there like that for whatever reason you might have. And to be honest with you, I don't ever use that function, but there you go. And then, of course, you have attachments, so you can go ahead and attach a note to this if you want. For whatever reason, if you want to attach something to it, there you go. So you can attach notes to Evernote, which is a pretty cool function. Maybe you're creating this because you want to share it with someone, and you've typed up a memo or memorandum, and you wanted to include a PDF file with it, or a text file, or a Word doc, or Excel file. You can attach it to this note and send it off to whoever you want to send it to, or share it. And so there you go. These are the little contextual menus up here, but you can also, let's get rid of that, change your fonts, change the size of them, change what they are, underline. You can change the color of them. You can italicize them, put them as bold. You can even highlight them and come up with something like this for whatever reason you might have. Also up here, as you see, you have a little reminder. So when you click on the reminder, you can add a date to this reminder. Okay, so as it says, set reminders on notes to keep track of what you're working on. Add a date to receive in-app and email notifications. So maybe you want to set a reminder about this note that you want to add some stuff to it or what have you. You can do such. And let me go ahead and clear that reminder off, as you see what I did there. So let's say if I did create a reminder and I added a date and everything, if I wanted to clear it, I just click on it again. I can either mark it as done, clear the reminder, or add another date. I just cleared the reminder. You can also do presentations with this note. If you click on the presentation, it's going to come up with this. You can hand it in a little thing here. Woo! I don't know if you can even see any of that, but there you go. And you go back up here to get any kind of presentation layouts or what have you. And hit the exit to exit the presentation, and you're done. Here in this annotation, you can annotate a note. You can go ahead and annotate the entire note as a PDF. And when you click on that, it creates an annotation here, and then therefore you can, if you so desire, write your name on there, type text in here to annotate, draw some arrows, and as you can see, you can do all kinds of stuff. By the way, just so you know, this is some of the stuff you can do inside of Sketch, which is another program that you can utilize for screen grabs and annotation. So there you go. There is that. And so as you see, here I was on this, and then what it did was, when I annotated it, it created this PDF of this annotation. Okay. So I created another note for you. Now, these are a lot of the different ways that you can utilize notes. Now let's create another note here, and I want to show you another cool little thing you can do. So, of course, obviously you can't see this where I'm at, but there you go. All right. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to put a picture inside of this note. I can just take it from my, and you see that little plus icon that popped up? Voila. I can just drag and drop inside of here to get this to show. Okay? Pretty simple. You can drag and drop anything you want inside of Evernote here. Don't forget always to sync your notes. And not only should you sync your notes, but if you ever have to delete your notes, you should also make sure you pay attention down here to your trash can down here at the bottom, because it can get piled up when you're deleting notes, and you want to delete that so you're not syncing your trash across all your devices. So if you want to delete a note, you click on it and just hit delete. And right click on it and hit delete. And right click and hit delete. Now it's down here in the trash. You can click on the trash button here and right click and hit empty trash there at the bottom. It says, are you sure you want to do this? Because you want to delete it forever, forever. And so there you go, and it's gone. So that is how you create notes within Evernote. In other episodes, we'll be going over creating notes in your iOS devices and such. But for right now, this is how you create notes within Evernote. If you like this video, please be sure to click on the like button. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And so, without further ado, I wish you a great day, and let's be more productive. Thank you.